Kitt Azar is a horrible person, and here's why. Now, before people who love Kitt come after me in the comments, please just wait for the whole video to end before you start commenting. Now, Kitt Azar is the perfect example of how male characters constantly get a free pass for horrible actions because of a tragic backstory. There are so many examples in literature of male characters getting sad backstories that make the fandoms empathize with them and sometimes even completely redeem them. Other times, while they're not completely redeemed, it at least makes them seem three-dimensional and not just like square villains. But this always happens with only the male villains. For example, The Hunger Games. President Snow versus President Coin. President Snow, even though he's a horrible person and the fandom is yet to forgive him or anything like that, we at least know where he's coming from. He grew up when the capital was in severe poverty, at least in some families. He literally saw people resort to cannibalism because of how hungry they were in the capital, which is what made him so power hungry. Meanwhile, President Coin, we never really know what her drive is. We just know that she wants power, but we never know why. Powerless perfectly reflects this. Blair, she is absolutely hated by the fandom, torn apart because of Adina, which obviously I hate Blair as well, but Kitt Azar really was willing to let hundreds of thousands of people, practically committing mass just to have an elite kingdom. And all of that was rooted from how his father, when he was a kid, ignored him, as well as pressured him a lot to be a great king. And while I am not devaluating his trauma at all, I think that is nowhere near a good enough reason to do the horrible things that he was planning to do, because there is no valid reason for that or excuse. And people have the gall to infantilize him and say, "Oh no, my poor baby Kitt." The line that people constantly use when they're defending Kitt is when he says while he's dying, "I just want it to be great." Him wanting to be great is just him being completely narcissistic and thinking that he is so above everyone else that he can kill hundreds of thousands of people. Please let that sink in. And it's not like Kitt didn't have his own support system. He had Gale. He had a stepmother who was grieving along with him. He had his little brother Jax, had his cousin. And he could have been kinder to Peyton, who was always nothing but kind to him. But he was so jealous that he thought that everyone hated him except for Kai, and his own victimization led to his downfall. At the end of the day, Kitt is just another sad fictional blonde boy with daddy issues that people on the internet are gonna be fawning all over. So, I don't know, maybe next time choose one of the good, sad fictional blonde boys with daddy issues and not Kitt, because he does not have really that many redeeming qualities. Now, thank you so much for listening to my rant about why I don't agree with the Kitt Azar defense squad. But everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and these are all just fictional characters.